The law of circulation states that you can only get what you're willing to give away, and you can only give what you already have. So what that means is if you are wanting to expand your experience with prosperity, if you wanted to expand your experience with abundance, you must be willing to expand your experience with giving. And you can only give what you already have. So if you're giving of money, that means that money must already be in your experience, even if you can't visually see it, because it is law. So give more to get more. And as you're giving more, know that what you're giving must already be present, must already be expanding in your experience. So prosperity will begin to break out all over your life. You always have something to give. Money is not the only thing of value that you can offer unto the world. You have your experience, the lessons that you've learned. You have your time, and you have your talents. So you've got to figure out what can you give more into the world, because the more you give, the more circulation you open up to, the more flow you open up to experience in your life. So give of your time. How can you volunteer? Can you go somewhere and sit? Can you go somewhere and mentor young children? Can you offer your talents? What is it inside of you that has been given to you that you can give out? I always say a gift represents a giver. So what gifts do you have that you can give unto others? And what about your experience and the lessons that you've learned? Everybody has experience. Everybody has lessons, but each one of us doesn't learn our lessons, nor do we experience our lessons in the same way. And our lessons were given to us, not just for our own good, but for the good of all. Maya Angelou has a quote that I love that says, as you get, give, and as you learn, teach. So as you look into how you can give more, how can you give of the experience that you've gained in your life? How can you teach from the lessons that you've learned? How can these lessons serve somebody else so that you can expand their lives by learning what you've already learned, by being able to go down the trail that you've already trailblazed and walk it just a little bit more easy? This is about opening your life to the law of circulation. This is opening your life to the flow. And once you begin to give more, you begin to get more. When you have more, that means you're more responsible. You're more able to respond to life. You're more able to respond to the needs of others. Once you begin to live your life in service and you begin to expand that service, you begin to expand your experience with prosperity. The 10% rule is this. Every time you get money into you, every time money comes into your experience, save 10%, invest 10%, and give 10%. This increases the flow. And spend the 70% on yourself that's left over. So 10% give to yourself in your savings. No matter what money comes into you, right away, take 10% of that money and save it. 10% of it give to others. Give to a spiritual community that you're involved in. Give to a charity that you believe in. Give to somebody in your life that you know needs the money and that it could serve very well. Give out. Become a consistent giver. Become a consistent person of service, and you will open your life up to the flow of abundance and prosperity. And then invest this money. Invest 10% so that your money begins to grow. You begin to feel prosperous. The money that you have expands, and you begin to feel the expansion as time goes along. So this is the 10% rule. Give to yourself first, give to others second, and then invest. And your experience with prosperity will not only begin to be palpable for you in the now, but it will continually expand as you begin to do this. One of the greatest misunderstandings of the law of circulation is that receiving is a part of it. Yes, we talked about giving, but you have to open your life up to be able to receive. That is circulation. That is flow. You can't always give out and not be open to receive back in because you are blocking the flow. Just like a river, the river flows out, but it also receives in from the ocean. That is the consistency of flow. So you must be able to open your life to receiving. Who wants to give to you? Open yourself to gifts. You know, one of the biggest lessons I learned in my life, I remember when I was trying to heal my body, I was close to death. I was experiencing several diseases and illnesses at the same time. And the doctor said I could not, my prognosis was that I was not going to live. But I had made the decision that that wasn't going to be my life. I knew the universal laws and I was going to operate inside of them. But I believed that I had to do it on my own. And I'll never forget my mother sitting on the corner of my hospital bed, and she whispered in my ear, "You don't have to do this all by yourself." You see, I had shut out the help from others because I believed I needed to focus in and be able to do this on my own. I had to shut out everybody. But that wasn't true. Shutting out everybody was shutting out the people that the universe was bringing me to help me. You don't have to do this all on your own. And as a matter of fact, you never can. And that's opening up yourself to receiving. Where is the universe trying to bring you your good? Where is the universe trying to bring you your prosperity? Yes, it will come through your actions, but most of the time it comes through others. And you've got to be able to receive that. Giving and receiving are both sides of the coin of circulation.